Listen to this. Can you hear the problem? Now listen to this. Now that problem should be solved. If you weren't able to hear the difference, roll back. Listen one more time. That was what phase cancellation can do to your low end. And let me show you how to fix it. Simple kick from my smooth kick samples. Let's put a simple bass. Let's start a sine wave. Let's group them up. You can do two things. If you don't have any visualization tool, you can actually bounce this in place and literally look at the waveform. I'm going to use a scepter because we have a scope over here. We are going to actually put it on the kick and then side chain to the bass. Let's zoom right here so you can see better. This is perfect example. What happens is our kick tail is going completely other way around. And let me put it side by side. What happens? I put another scepter, scope mode on the group. When waveforms are on top of each other, but the opposite angle, like this, right? They start to cancel each other. We see even more serious canceling here, leaving that empty space in between them. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes this can actually sound good. It's not always bad. But in this case, obviously, this is not what we are going for. How to fix this easily? If you're using synthesizer, many of them comes with the starting angle. At the moment, we have 0 around them. It always starts at the same time. So you can move this. The more you move, you will be never able to match it perfectly if they are not exactly in the same key. But this, for example, more than enough. This will result, right? We have this boop, 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 boop here. They are much more closely aligned now. And if we look at combined waveform, now we are seeing that we have much sustain there, add on each other here, and then we have the second bus here. EDM producers eliminate this problem oftentimes by heavily sidechaining kick and bass. Meaning you can take a tool, something like duck, use something like this. When you heavily sidechain, this will actually cut this part. And when the kick hits, we are actually kind of ducking the kick part. That means your kick is often untouched, and then they combine nicely at the end. For many people, this is probably too heavy sidechain. You will see something like this, right? Leading to this really good looking low end. But this is ease mode. The basses are never just sine waves. They are combined. They are layers. There are many different things in them. Let's say we have a more complex bass line like this. What do you do? Which bass do you have to align, right? When this happens, you have to decide which is your sub bass and which is your top bass. Many times you don't need to align your top bass because most of them they're in the higher octaves and they won't really bother your kick much. If you listen here. So in reality, this is the only bass we should be considering. But even if you just solo these two and look at the scepter, you should still have a problem to understand what's going on. What you actually have to do oftentimes is take this. First, take a look at the patch if you need to. So we are basically seeing this one is the main sub. What I'm going to do, make this less random. So it always starts at the same position, right? This is one octave up, this is the minus octave, so this is the sub. So you need two scepters. The first one will be on the kick, sidechain to the bass so that we can visualize them separately. And you want to have one on the group just to make sure that when they add up, they look nicely, right? Kick, scepter, sidechain to the bass, go to scope, turn on the side. And then you just need to low pass so that we can hear only the bass. I'm using 0 latency, so this doesn't add any latency. And this is what you are looking for. This is like completely opposite phases, so this will collapse. If you're enjoying the video up to now, please consider like and subscribe, and I will make more videos like this. You see this? Kick should be going like this because these two collapse on top of each other. There's a sudden volume collapse here with this weird shapes. Now, important to note, you never really get perfect alignment. The kicks may have pitch swings, your bass may have pitch swings. You're not looking for perfection. You just want to get them in the ballpark. Here I'm going to just go and do this so that my phase are align. You can move every single angle and try to make it perfectly. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for this shape. Look, now they are additive, so they are not canceling each other. The good thing is we are using also dot. You don't even need base over here, right? You can build your shape. Here we go. Let's put a solid. This is perfectly fine kick and top bass relationship. Everything looks okay. And once you have done this, see how fast did it go? Now we can turn off that bass over here and then go for this. While I'm showing this, you don't need to make it perfect. It doesn't need to be completely matched. That little bit drift, it can actually sometimes sound good, but you want to avoid is like completely cancellation, like I showed in the first example. The fine tuning is really depending on your taste and your feeling. But sometimes you don't have synthesizers. You either work with the samples or your synthesizer doesn't let you align the angles. If you have something like this, then what do you do? This idea is still simple, but we need this actual splitter. I'm going to use Pro Q. You use whatever you want. And create something like this. Let's go isolate this up. And I'm going to this time switch to linear phase. I have a whole video explaining this here. Take a look. I have the linear phase. This will add latency. That's why I'm going to duplicate this one more time and switch exact same point to the high pass now. That means I actually separated my bassline into two. Sub, body. Now I'm gonna bounce them in place. It is perfection, right? Now I have the sub over here, much more manageable, and then I have the top. For the top, it looks ridiculous. You don't need to do anything. For the bass, either you can just do it old school, zoom in, like you can see over here, and you can actually manually move things around. Again, I keep saying this, but really believe me, you don't need to be perfect, right? And here, if you want to, you can still, for example, cut here, right? Move back in just like that and fade it in. This will be much more than enough. And then you probably want a bit sidechain in over here, give the space. Now we have this. Let's do the scepter test, right? Looks pretty good. And then probably I want to have together. Just like that probably. I can even give more. Maybe even here. Back to scepter. These are our top end. But the sub is blending really nicely, right? Here we go. Simple as that. If you are really perfectionist, you can do as we did like before. You can actually put the scepter kick on the kick, sidechain to the sub, and then visualize like we did too. Like here you can say maybe move it like this. And it will be even more perfect. And voila, it doesn't need to be more complicated than this. But kick and bass can get complicated. And I have a video about it here.